Hopefully that's a bit better. Oh, hi. Sorry. I was telling you about Monty. Up to about 25, 30 weeks, Monty was having really bad nightmares at sleep when it bedtime. And if a storm broke out and it was raining or it was incredibly windy or just in general it was just rough, when it was bedtime, he'd go to sleep, but he'd only go to sleep on me. And then he'd wake up, and if you've ever heard a kitten having a nightmare, it's the most pitiful sound in the world. It's absolutely horrific. He kicked out, he screamed, he cried, and he was just terrified. Absolutely petrified was my little lad. You've never known fear like it. The sound that he made, he was hysterical some nights. It was absolutely awful. The worst thing in the world. And I don't know what happened to him when he was on the streets, but it must have been absolutely horrific for him to be having nightmares like that. And it took me, I would say, until he was about 30 weeks old before he relaxed enough to want to properly go to sleep and stay asleep and wake up. And it was the fear, I think, of me not being there when he woke up. So wherever I was, he had to be near me. Even now, he's in the garden and he can hear me, and he's not straying. He doesn't want to leave the garden because he can hear me. And he is just a little love bug. Absolutely gorgeous boy. I absolutely adore him. And I'd never hurt him, and I'd never leave him. And he knows that. But yeah, when your cat's frightened and and it's having a nightmare. It's howling, it's crying, it's shaking. And he's such a precious little lad. Oh, I bet he'll be pleased. Gosh, I bet Mr. Texas will be very pleased. When you've edited everything for him, does that mean then he can let it go live? You're more pleased. Oh, well, good. That's all right. And if you're happy, then the rest of the world is. 30 episodes down. Have you got... Is that it? Did you only have 30 to do? Gosh, it sounds to me as though you've had your hands full. We're not going to hear much from Alan, by the way, at the moment. He's in the middle of sorting out some major life changes. But, Alan, if you're watching, thumbs up, mate. Last big push this weekend. Oh, wow. He has been a busy boy. All the best, Alan. Get through this weekend, lad. There's a pint waiting for you on the other side of it. Come on. We are just doing the fireplace. Don't tend to have this on during the summer because it gets a bit too warm. I also can't cope with kneeling down for much longer. Pulling on my back, and I don't like it. Ow! Oh, my old bones, my diggity bones. Oh, that must have made the house interesting. So you rent then? You don't have your own home? Right, I understand. I would have thought, oh, don't tell me if I'm speaking out of turn here, but if you're starting to get yourself onto your feet, especially getting nice contracts like you have with Mr. Hollywood, you'll be getting yourself your own property, something that you can hang your hat on and call it yours. That would be nice. Bit of security for your son and your wife. I mean, he told me to mind my own business. Oh, right, yeah. Well, that's probably a good idea. Just cleaning the record player. There we go. Can't stand a dusty record player. Yeah, Bulgaria is a beautiful place, beautiful wine as well. I don't think it's too bad, but the problem with me is it's Eastern Europe. I would say okay for a holiday, but I wouldn't want to set up home there. Oh, now you're more like it. Yes, Italy. Prefer Italy, definitely. Daughter's paint box. My daughter loves painting. She will paint all the day long. That girl, if she could. I was just putting the lids on them and making them safe. 18 minutes past 11. Do you know what? We're doing okay. We're doing fabulous. We're nearly finished.
Erase all the messages. Press the same key again. No message.
Well, that's good to know. Ah. Nice. Oh, well, I think you probably could, my darling, because you'd want to do the house up. Let's face it, you'd want, with it being Italy, it gets very warm. And you'll be wanting a nice garden, probably an outside pool, possibly a jacuzzi. Yes, that would be lovely. And maybe an outdoor kitchen with a wine rack to match. I know, that's what I'm just projecting onto you what I would like. Yeah. A nice quiet life in the countryside, doing what I do and nobody disturbing me. Oh, reading books for a living. Gosh, that'd be fine dining, wouldn't it? Oh, yes, please. We can dream, Harold. We can dream. Oh, sorry. You were upside down for a minute. Just a minute. Not a good one. Well, one of the most backhanded compliments I ever got in my life was, I'm going to say it now, and I'm going to try and say it without laughing, because it was quite the slap in the face. Yeah, it was a real slap in the face from somebody that professed to love me and didn't. And she said, my mouth will be the one that makes me. Whether it be good or bad, what comes out of it, it's my mouth that's going to make me my fortune. And take that as you will. You can still renovate and make it luxurious, sweetheart. Oh, pop that back up there where it belongs. And all right, I'll turn you the right way around. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. I did not mean to have you upside down. My apologies. La 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 la. Okie dokies. Okie dokies. Well, I think she meant something else, but we won't go into that on here. What did I do with my duster? Oh, goodness me. Right, that's the dusting done in there. Yep. Well, I probably wasn't very nice back because I said, well, I learnt from the master, didn't I? And that's how we left it. I said, don't ever pick a fight with me because you won't win. She's long since dead anyway, bless her. Oh, well done. Awesome, mate. Well done. There we go. French doors open. I don't like to be hemmed in. I can't cope with it. Oh gosh, we've got a milk bottle to go out. Got the kitchen table to sort. We've got kitchen window to do. Right, let's get to a cleaning and a moving and a shaking in the kitchen. We've got a big load of rubbish to put outside. Right, that is the dusting of the frame, all organised. I'll bet you do. You and Alan both will. You'll get to the end of this week, a pair of you, and you'll be going, Uncle. You won't be able to move, either of you. Right, I'm happy with that. We're going to get some cleaning cloths in a minute from under the sink, and we're going to French butter. I usually have that on the butter dish. It's came all the way from Brittany, and not the butter obviously, but the butter dish did. I like Brittany. Gosh, I could live in Brittany. God, yeah, definitely live there. Maybe I'll be rich enough one day, whereas I can transport the entire family away from the United Kingdom and let us all go live in Brittany in France. Gosh, that'd be nice. Oh, do you know, that sounds like the life, doesn't it? Wow, sounds perfect. That sounds wonderful. A 20-hour week. Goodness. I could only dream of such things, young man. Only dream of such things. Well, to be fair, it's a dream. And dreams are what keeps us alive and keep us going. Because without dreams, we have probably no aspirations. And then we'd just give up, wouldn't we? And giving up is not what we do. Oh, no, no, no. We are going to go forward and conquer the universe. Or take over the universe, are we not, Pinky? Yes, brain. That is exactly what we're going to do. Ha! I can dream, Harold. I can dream, Harold. If you want to know who Harold is, I'm a chair, Harold. I'm a chair. One of the funniest things I've ever found on the internet, and it was through my daughters, and it was just hysterical. I don't even know if they'd still got their channel up, but it was ASDN. Yeah, I think it was ASDN, and they did a skit called Beep Beep, I'm a sheep. It said beep beep, I'm a sheep. Meow meow, I'm a cow. Said meow meow, I'm a cow. and they did also, it was all line drawings, and they were just so funny. And they did one about a chair and a pair of shoes, and the chair, she goes, "I can dream, Harold, I can dream." And he goes, "Darling, you're a pair of shoes." And she goes, "Yes, and you're a chair, but I can still dream, Harold." And it's just so funny. And he did the Desmond the Moon Bear, "How did I get here?" The end. And it was just really, really randomly stupid stuff like that, but it was so funny. You can have a go, sweetheart. Feel free, my chickadee, to try and do the miracle that is getting me making sense. I wish you all the luck in Britain for that one. Just washing out the fruit dishes. I am a big believer in fruit being one of the biggest things that we should consume daily. That, vegetables. We may have been on our uppers, son, but I've always made sure that there was enough money so that we could eat well. Or as well as we can do. I feel sorry for the people in this country going forwards. We're going to be having more have-nots and haves. It's going to be horrific. And the poor darlings getting all the fresh fruit and vegetables at a reasonable price moving forwards is going to be flipping difficult. Oh, that's the one thing that worries me. If I have a big worry, it's the very rich and the very, very poor. There's going to be a massive divide, humongous divide. And there's going to be more poor than there are rich. And the middle class of this country are going to get absolutely decimated. I can see it happening. And it worries me because there's only so much a man can take before he will lose it. Because a man who's lost everything has nothing left to lose. And that's what I fear in this country. I am terrified of that tipping point coming, where we've got so many people going to be needing so much from the welfare system, and there's not going to be enough people paying into it, and it's just going to tip this country into absolute anarchy. And how I'm not going to have my channel removed for just saying what my fear is. I better shut up, eh? Yeah, I am. Exactly. It's my biggest fear is that at some point, it's like watching a pot boil. And at some point, it's going to just go rapid boil and go straight out. And it's going to be absolutely horrific for everyone involved. It's just going to be murder on the dance floor. It really will. That's better. Clean fruit dishes ready for tomorrow and the food shop. Yeah, I didn't actually want Pendulum by John Christopher to be a handbook. If you've not read Pendulum by John Christopher, please do. It was written late 50s. What happened in that book is now happening now. And it makes me sick to my stomach. I hope I'm wrong. I really do. I hope I'm very wrong and it doesn't happen. Tomatoes. Never keep tomatoes in the fridge. It will kill the flavour. Just saying. I like food. Absolutely. What are we leaving for them? I worry, intensely worry, that they're doing graduate profession jobs and they can't afford a house and they can't afford a car and they can't afford dental health, you know, because it's not going to be long before the NHS as we know it isn't the NHS as we know it. We'll have at-point free care at A&E, and then everything else will be on an insurance system just like it is in the States. And even though we've been paying into our national insurance, and this is what I was meaning about our national insurance and our taxes and everything, we have more taking out than we actually have putting in. And the tipping point is now. And at some point, there's going to be not enough. And it wouldn't matter how many hours I worked or how much I paid, it will never be enough. And it's not just me, it's every other person that's working up and down the length and breadth of this country. It's just not enough. It doesn't matter. I mean, there's going to be a tax grab in the not too distant future where the council tax is going to go up to the maximum cap, which is 5%, and everyone's going to do it. So we're going to have all that on top of everything else that we've got to pay. And at some point, it'll be the straw that broke the camel's back, because there won't be anything left for me to give. Not just me, but everyone. And that is a holy hell of a frightening thought going forwards, knowing that that's how it is. scared to death about not being able to afford to breathe in the near, not too distant future. Right, we've got the toaster cleaned out. We have washed the fruit bowls. Yeah, I know. The animals know the jig's up. They're the ones that are poor little darlings. They're the ones that are popping off. At what point do we turn round and are honest with each other? At what point do we do that? Because I'm interested in the fact that we have got a finite amount of resources on this planet, and we're churning out more and more people every single day into a world that cannot sustain them. You've obviously heard of fox and chickens, and it's the amount of chickens is proportionate to the fox population, and they both go up and down, you know, and it's a secular thing, you know. And we're the chickens, or should I say, we're probably the foxes, and the earth is the chicken. And at what point do we have to have a mass die-off to redress the balance? Because that is pretty much what it's going to take to redress the balance. You may have heard of somebody called Malthusian, the Malthusian ideology of, you know, to keep the world ticking over at a healthy balance, we've got to ensure that we've got the right amount of people at the right amount of time, so the right amount of food, and the resources are going to be there to keep it's like being on a flipping lifeboat, right? We're on a lifeboat, we're floating in the middle of the outer space, and there isn't another planet around us that can support what's on this planet. So we have to be flipping careful with what we're doing with this planet, because at some point this lifeboat is just going to turn around and get rid of its passengers. I'm not wrong. And at that point, when do we realize that we've stepped over the Rubicon? Not just stepped over it, but passed it so spectacularly fast that we're waving to it on the other side. Coffee beans. If you could smell this Italian roast. Gorgeous. I love Italian coffee. It is a favourite little weakness of mine, and I love Taylors of Harrogate. Oh, bless you. Oh, that's so sweet to say that. I'm going to clean the window now. There we go. This was made for me. Trying to grow some basil. We're also trying to grow some mint. Okay, I'm going to try to not throw myself out of the window and tastefully drape myself over the driveway. As soon as we've done this, we've just got the table to sort and the handles of the kitchen cupboards. And then we're into the office and the downstairs loo. Oh, we've got the landing window to sort as well. And we've got the cat's potty and vacuuming and mopping. Gosh, it's a glorious day. Another space note. It's beautiful outside. Oh, good Lord. There we are, safely down. Safely down. Oh, yes. My daughter's bamboo. There we are. Actually, that doesn't go there. Oh, it's beautiful. Perfect. Right. We have just got the landing to sort, and then we have done, haven't we? Woo! That was a big bang. Maybe 15 minutes, and then all the cleaning will be done in this house, which would be very, very good. Right, that is all the windows done. Hey, you. Just making sure it's working. Tired of it all. Sometimes you get tired of cleaning. Sometimes you just get tired of everything. But as I'm fond of saying, I don't want to live in a dirty house, so I would rather clean it. At least I know it's been done to my standards and not a grot-filled mess, which I couldn't live with. I couldn't live with myself if I let my family live in a dirty, grotty, smelly house. And I don't think they'd be very impressed with their money if I allowed that to happen. So that's why we clean, to give ourselves the illusion that we are not filthy animals. And once we have finished here, we've just got 2 more rooms in the house to do, which is the downstairs loo and my office. And then it's a vac and a mop and a bed to make. And then out the door to my appointment. You've probably got me, everybody, for the next 15-20 minutes, and then I'm going to have to be on my merry way. And it's not been as long as I would have liked, but I've had quite the morning as it was, and I didn't want to bore you all rigid with the fact that I was doing nothing but cleaning. Messy lot, my family. You wouldn't think that that was from the chairs. Well, it's just on 12 o'clock, and I think that is a good time to get on with the downstairs of the house. Right, we have dusters, we have cleaning rags ready to go almost into the next load. Shall we go and check out the utility room, as is our want in life? I just think that in itself, having a utility room is a joy. I shall lock the back door because I'm underneath the house and I cannot hear what's going on up here. And I don't wish to be burgled or murdered while I am working in my own home, which will be quite horrific. Oh, dirty laundry. Have you any washing, mother dear? That should be a song I'll be buried to. It's my funeral, and everybody's traipsing in to say goodbye to me at the creme. And the music that will be playing is, do you have any washing, mother dear? That'll be what it is. Right, so I'm just going to quickly wash our hands with some pink carbolic soap. Do you know what will get us? And I'm convinced of this. Dirt. And not just any old dirt. Because many people don't enjoy cleaning. The apocalypse will be a giant grease ball that's going to land on us. And it'll be the dirt of us not washing our hands properly and washing our food properly, because we're just going to get poorer and poorer, so we're not going to be able to afford soap. Yeah. Thing that will kill us, is non-cleanliness. Not being able to afford a bar of soap to wash our hands. And not be able to clean our food properly. Or actually even be able to afford to have food. Yes, I bet we all starve to death. And we're all dirty because we can't afford to wash ourselves. Well, the second blanket has done. Hip hip hooray, we've got clean bedding today. Don't know about next week, but I'll take what we've got for now. Bottom of the trunk. My fourth load of the day is just about to go on its way. Hooray! Here we are. Favourite place in the whole universe, everyone. You love it in here. I know you do. I know you love it in this hellish hole as much as I do. I'll be back in a minute. I'm just going to put a milk bottle out. done. La la la, back in a moment. 1 hot minute is all it's gonna take. 1 hot minute to make it all right. now we sink. And then when we've done that, change the hand towel. And this room's done. And we've just got the office and the cat's little potty. And then we're rocking and mopping. And then we make a lid. Then we go to our appointments. Come on, girl. There we go. I'm just shouting to you all because I know I can't pop you in here. It's too difficult. I probably break my phone. I've got such good company. All done. All done. Let's get it done. Oh, look. 1 hour and another load of laundry is gonna be going on. That's what we do. 'Cause we got all the cat poo to get rid of. This is how we do it, baby. We're cleaning, we're cleaning. My goodness me, we're cleaning. There we go. Give it a wipe down, what do you know? 'Cause this is what we do. Cleaning, do. Ah. I didn't get round to finishing my book last night. So, I'm going to finish it tonight. I've got 2 chapters. And then tomorrow, I would honestly say that in 15 minutes or so, I'll be done in this room, and the cleaning will be done for the day. If it's rain, we'll call it Friday. We'll call it Friday, and it will be glorious, 'cause it will all be done. Hip, hip, hooray. The cleaning is done today. We're going to get the computer screen clean. Yes, we are. And the camera, as well as everything that we do, is all because we don't want to smell like poo. We've got to get the bin out the kitchen as well. I haven't forgotten that. Happy bin experience. Oh. Now the old joke, where have you been? I've been to Hong Kong. Okay, I've really been to Blackpool. Hush by puppet, it's not so bad. You are the cleaning, it what makes us glad. Need my shades for later. Yes, I do. Can't be without them when it's so bright outside. Actually, I have no complaints about my life, really. I shouldn't have anyway. I'm lucky to be alive. "20 years ago, at the beginning of June next year, will be 20 years since I had life-saving surgery. My appendix exploded. In fact, it was a little bit earlier than June. It was in May. I know it was in May because the day that my appendix blew up was the day that my niece was born. And I can honestly tell you, you do not know pain quite like a burst appendix. Oh my giddy antus. That made my eyes water in more ways than one. And by the time the surgeons had finished arguing about who was going to open me up and what were they going to find, which sounds just fabulous. Fabulous. The appendix had ruptured and I was in a very sorry state. And throwing up and all sorts. It was not my finest hour. I can assure you of that. So, one massive operation. And then afterwards, instead of sewing me back together, they thought, nah, we'll staple her insides together. I mean, who thought Office Depot was going to be the place to go for your surgical equipment? Well, I didn't. Three suitcases in here. All belonging to Mrs. Madams. Use this tomorrow. It's a tarpaulin. There we go, darlings. Oh dear. I didn't mean to do that. It's alright. Come on. I'm tired now. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Darth Vader live by the Eiffel Tower next to a black sheep bear. Doo. Okay, we've got that bit sorted. Now, just get up there and wipe that bit off. There we go. We have just got the shelf to do. Move the box. remove this off the floor because we don't want that to get damaged. After she spent all that time painting it. I can't ever forgive myself if their artwork got ruined. Oh gosh, no. I wouldn't. I'd take it as a personal, I did it, and oh dear. Right. That could go back where it belongs. So I need it tomorrow. And this can go up here. And that, my dears, is us done. Thank you very much for being such lovely company for the last 1 hour and 23 minutes. And it has taken us to do the front room, the kitchen, and all of downstairs. So that is a very good turnaround for the time that it has taken us to do it. We've just got the cat's potty to sort, and then we are absolutely on with the backing and the mopping, and then the beds to make, and then we're off out. So you might not see me now for the rest of the day, but it's been an absolute joy, my loves, to be with you all, and I will be with you as soon as I can. Bye bye.